to you on a Sunday because I am just so excited for the week coming up. I've been really going on the scrappy beanies, and I think I'm actually gonna put some on the website this week. It's kind of a rainy day, but we're gonna take a walk with the dogs, and then we have some friends coming over for dinner and some games. So I don't know, it's a rainy day, it's gloomy out, but I'm feeling so energized, just feeling like there are a lot of new things that are about to happen. Good morning, friends. It is Monday and I am feeling very refreshed from the weekend. I feel like it's so nice right now, mud season. I'm just so jazzed by it, and there's a couple nights this week where we had friends over. We actually got a new dining table. Our friend built it for us. He does woodwork and brought it over. So we christened the table with some dinner. And then last night I had some girlfriends over for game night and food. I've been having my coffee there in the morning and reading a little bit before I start my day. But it's so funny. I mean, I feel like I talked about this when I updated my studio space in my office, but creating a cozy space, or like a space that you feel good being in, makes such a big difference in your day-to-day and your well-being, I think. I do have a lot of computer stuff to do today, but hopefully later this afternoon we can get out and get some more beanie photos, and then I can get all of those listed on the website too. I hardly knit at all this weekend, and so I've been working on this beanie since Friday, and lately I've been making like 3 or 4 of these a day, so I figured I'd finish this at least before I go and photograph all of the ones that I'm going to put on the site. This one's a little bit different from all the other ones. I had a little bit of this kind of baby pink color, so I thought it'd be nice to make one that was a little more themed like that. I don't know, it's just been really fun coming up with these color combos. But just a quick break from all of the computer stuff, and then I will dive back in. Well, I got 8 of the beanies tagged and I'm about to take photos, but now it's raining outside and really dark. I was kind of hoping that our new wooden dining table would be a nice backdrop, so since I can't take photos outside, I'm hoping there's enough light to get a good product photo on the table. We'll see. Actually worked out pretty well. There's enough light and the table looks really nice, so I feel like the photos will come out really well, and it'll be good for product listings on the website. I tried to kind of group them into color families, so like these three are made with very similar colors, so they're not exactly the same, of course, but hopefully I can just list these as one color family instead of each individual one. I don't know if people would really tell the difference between them anyway. These are the same, where it's like a very similar color family, even though they're a bit different. And then there's a couple that are totally different. So like this one, it's way different colors than the others. So I'm gonna list this one separate. Same with this one, the one I just finished earlier today. And then same with this as well. There's just a lot of variety in this one that's not the same as either of these groups. And then this one. So I don't know. I have a couple more beanies that I didn't even tag yet because every year our local nonprofit it's called the Yampa Valley Sustainability Council, they do a silent auction. So I'm donating one to that. And I thought this was so appropriate this time. I've always donated beanies to them for the auction, but this year I was like, this particular style is going to be perfect for the Sustainability Council. But yeah, it's a rainy day. I need to take Aria out. So I think I'm going to try to finish editing these photos and hopefully get them made into listings first before I head out with her. But she's starting to get a little antsy, so she might be whining a little bit.
Watching you was such a thrill. All that I could do was laugh. I couldn't hold it back. I couldn't hold it. I couldn't hold it back. We were running.
Good morning. I'm trying to quickly write this email to send out to my email list to announce the shop update. I did get all of the photos and listings uploaded last night, but today I'm actually heading to our local brewery, Storm Peak, to do a collaboration brew. I'm part of the women's rugby team here in town, and every year we've been collaborating with a nonprofit called Yampa Valley Pride to do a collaboration beer that is a fundraiser for both the rugby team and for Pride Month for Yampa Valley Pride. I also have my body pump class this morning, so I'm just trying to get everything crammed in before I head out. I did not get a chance to finish that email because I was running late to my body pump class, so I'm finishing it now before everyone gets here for the brew day. Coming at you with my Iceland mug in honor of the trip officially launching. Signups for the trip will officially be available starting next week, and I'll put a link in the description if by the time I publish this video it's already ready to book. Yesterday was so fun. I am in charge of a lot of the fundraising for my rugby team, and so this was the first part of one of our biggest fundraisers, which is a collaboration beer that we brew with Storm Peak Brewery and in collaboration with Yampa Valley Pride, which is a nonprofit organization that also hosts a queer resource center for the queer community here in my town. So it's just a really fun and meaningful collaboration and always something that I look forward to. I ended up actually selling over half of the beanies that I listed from the Scrappy collection, so that was super exciting. I wasn't really expecting that many sales because it's pretty much, today is May 1st, so I think a lot of people were already looking into spring, but I was just glad people liked them. So if you bought one, thank you so much. I also got around to some of these tasks that I've been putting off for months and months and months because, you know, usually I have other things that are more of a priority. But if you haven't heard about this new feature on Pinterest, I just started to use it. Before, you would have to pin from your Instagram to Pinterest, but now it automatically pulls those posts. So what I had to do though was go in and organize them into various boards that are more SEO optimized. I don't do a ton with Pinterest, but it does give me a lot of traffic. My views fluctuate a ton throughout the year, but it can go anywhere from 250,000 views down to like 30,000 views, which is pretty awesome considering that it's very low effort on my end. So I'm hoping that this automatic importing of the Instagram stuff will actually be helpful and make it a little bit more regular that I'm pinning things. If you haven't tried that feature, definitely go try it. We'll see how it goes. This morning, I already finished my monthly bookkeeping. I basically have all these little guides that I wrote for myself for all of these bigger tasks that I do regularly, but not often enough where I might necessarily remember. And for something like monthly bookkeeping or quarterly sales tax, those are things that you want to be really consistent on because those are very important things for your business. So I have these little guides that I wrote for myself of all the steps that I take every time. And it's really helpful. Like, I can get my monthly bookkeeping done in less than 15 minutes these days, and even my quarterly sales tax, which is kind of a bigger task, I can get done in less than an hour. So it's really helpful. If you have your own small business, I definitely recommend doing that. I'm hoping I can get some templates made in the future for how I do my stuff and then have them available for you, but I haven't gotten there yet. That is one of the things I'll be working on this summer in my slower sales season. But today and tomorrow I am planning to work on my CEO day, which is basically reflecting on last year and how things went and looking at numbers and things like that, and then really honing in on my plans for this coming year, and then setting specific goals for myself and what I need to achieve each quarter and month so that I can stay on track to do those things. It's just a way to actually have a clear roadmap and path for how you want your business to go and to actually grow if you're planning to grow, or to streamline things or to make things easier for yourself. So it's kind of been a rainy week, but I've been loving this new rain jacket that I got from Stio. Just wanted to show you my little hiking outfit for the day. But the pants are from Stio too. These are the Pinedale joggers, and they have water resistance and like a tiny thin fleece lining inside. So it's perfect for a day like today where it's not cold, but it's definitely not warm. I wore this jacket all spring for spring skiing as my lightweight shell, but it's been a great rain jacket as well. Well, it's meant to be a rain jacket, and it has like a longer butt flap to cover my butt, and then a pretty good hood so it covers everything and keeps me really dry. It just stopped, but I just wanted to share because I've been getting asked about my outdoor outfits. I actually have a 20% off code for you if you want to try them out, and a link in my description. But these are definitely two things that I wear all the time, and this spring I've been wearing them quite a bit because it's been so rainy. I'm trying to edit a reel, and I've never done one with captions and voiceover before on Instagram, and the reel is being super glitchy. I'm getting really distracted this morning. I really need to get on with my CEO day and continuing with all of the planning and stuff. But last night was Rob's birthday, so we went for a soak in the hot springs and then went out for a nice dinner. But this morning, I'm like, I need to post this reel, but it's taking me forever, so it's like so frustrating. Part of my planning, I feel like, is to actually make myself stick to a more limited Instagram schedule, especially since I want to focus more this year on things that I want to be focusing on. Instagram, I think I've mentioned this before, it just feels like this comfort zone of being productive where if I'm posting on there and sharing stuff on there, it's my job for the day, and it's not, and I feel like I need a better strategy around it so that I'm not spending as much time on it and I can be putting my time towards other things that I want to be putting my time in. Oh my gosh, sorry, so loud. But that I could actually put more time into the things that I want to be doing, like emails and YouTube videos and more helpful YouTube videos and stuff like that. I got the kindest comment from someone on the YouTube videos, and they had a lot of good suggestions for content ideas and things I will share with you that have to do with running a small business, and like more details and explanations of how I actually run the business, not just a view into the life. So I think I'll do some of that. I also just got this really amazing email. If you've been around for a little bit, you know that the last few vlogs have been kind of me finding my new identity in my business. And this person said they are a writer from Ireland, and they were drawn to the vlogs because of the creative journey and just sharing how I'm feeling about everything and what I'm going through. And that just really encouraged me because yeah, I don't feel like I'm here trying to necessarily talk just with other knitters. I really enjoy talking to other people who are creating their own life and who are also going on their own creative journey or artist's journey or maker journey or whatever, but just someone who wants to create the life that they love and also loves the outdoors. So that was very encouraging. Thank you so much for emailing me. That was so sweet. But yeah, so let me just finish posting this really quick and we will get on with the CEO day. Well, today is just not as focused and productive as I was hoping it would be. Things kept coming up that kind of derailed me and just took some time away. I just spent the last couple of hours working on the intentions and goals and planning out my year basically. And I've been trying to be really mindful about putting a lot of thought into what I'm writing down and just really digging deep and thinking about what I want to accomplish in this next year. There's so many things going on, and I think as creative entrepreneurs, or at least as creative people, we end up just wanting to do all of these different things and new things come up and it's easy to get distracted. And I think that's good, and that's kind of the fun part of running your own business, but it's also one of the biggest challenges. But I'm feeling a little bit frazzled. I think what I'm going to do is actually take advantage of this kind of sunny afternoon and go take Arya out and go for a walk and then come back and finish all of this.
If If only I could finish something, run straight through to the end, close a chapter dignified. Damn, girl, you did it again.
What a week it's been! It's Friday, and I finally finished all of my CEO Day worksheets and really put a lot of time and effort into reflecting and looking into my numbers and really looking inward as well, just to feel and reconnect with where I am with the business, what I want to see going forward, what worked, what didn't, and really just diving in to the nitty gritty and doing all of that stuff. So I took last night and earlier today to go on a walk with Aria and some friends and just kind of chatting and letting my mind just wander about it. I've actually been dreaming a lot this week about the Iceland trip, and in the dreams it's like the wrong people came or I forgot all of my workshop materials and stuff like that, and I've just been waking up and thinking so much about it, and I think for me it's like a sign that I'm really excited about it. I think there's also just so much, of that self-doubt and imposter syndrome when it comes to this big launch of something new where you're like, is anyone gonna actually want to come? Is anyone going to sign up? So I don't know if that's a good sales strategy because you need to be confident to sell something, but I just really want this to happen. But it is snowing again, so I got back just in time, but I wanted to share a little bit of my reflections from the CEO Day worksheets, and I also want to create some of these worksheets for you. I actually have the CEO Day kit that I bought from Being Boss. She used to run a podcast about creative small business and that kind of thing, and she sold this mini course. One of the big exercises is really realigning with your values and your inner core, what makes you tick. And I try to do this every year actually because I feel like it changes or something new might come out that's surprising. And this year I did have some new things come up that I just felt super grounded with. And ultimately, I think it's really connection and freedom and experiences. And so it's so crazy that this trip is happening because I feel like it's just all of those things combined. And it really feels right, even though it's really scary and it's like a big leap for me to put something together like that. And I was really evaluating all of the things that I do in my business. I am still just a solopreneur. I do have my friend that comes and helps me once a week, but it's all little tasks and things like that. But all of the things like photography, marketing, copywriting, website, emails, editing, videos, all this stuff I am doing. And so one of these exercises was also to figure out what roles do you play in your business that you actually really enjoy doing and truly speak to you and get you excited. And I think I discovered for me is along with just creating the products, and that could be my actual handmade products or curating products. I'm working with actually a designer and artist right now to come up with a new merch line. I do have these trucker hats that I worked with another artist for last year, but I'm working with a different artist. I wish I could draw, but I can't. Or I don't want to say I can't. I don't draw the way I want to draw, and it's fun collaborating as well and working with other people. But so it's things like that where I, love designing this stuff and coming up with these ideas and then collaborating with someone to bring them to life. I love brand storytelling, and I think that's why I really enjoy making these vlogs as well, is whether or not people watch them, I have found that this journey so far has really allowed me to reflect and almost figure out how to share it with you in a way that makes sense. Because you know how sometimes you think about something or you know it in your head, but then when it comes to explaining it or articulating it, it's really hard. I feel like creating the vlogs has really gotten me to actually look and think about it in a way that's different than what I did before. So it's been really cool in that sense. But long story short, these worksheets and exercises are basically a way for you to reflect and look inward in both a feelings way and in a numbers way, and to really pinpoint the things and the tasks in your business that are driving it forward, that also fulfill you and that really give you motivation and creative spark. and then what tasks might not actually be working and that you've just been doing for a long time. So I really had to nail down some of that stuff. Looking back at my numbers, I actually had a really good product sales year, but my pattern sales were really down. And I don't know if that was because my pattern selling platforms changed their algorithms. I sell my patterns on my website, Ravelry and Etsy, and all of my Ravelry and Etsy sales were super down. I'm trying to, moving forward, think of ways to make my marketing more automated for something like the patterns where I've made them, and I probably should talk about them more on like my social media and in emails, but like make blog posts or something and do more Pinterest and stuff like that. So this week was more about figuring out where those pain points are. And then next week, my plan is to really sit down and reorganize my entire Notion, get all of the tasks down on paper, and plug them into the different spots. This is kind of just a lot of my ramblings, but another big thing is to really map out an intention for every quarter and every year. I love to be as seasonal as I can when it comes to running my business and even just living my life. And so in this season, which is spring slash Q2, it's one of those times where it's like, for maybe the rest of the world, people are like already grinding into the year. But for me, it's the start of a new beginning, like the spring of my business, where it's like planting a lot of seeds and, laying a lot of groundwork and really organizing and refreshing a lot of these things that were just kind of on autopilot during the busy winter season for me. So anyway, thank you for listening. If you're still here, thank you for watching. If you are interested in buying the Being Boss worksheets, I think she still offers it, and I can put a link down below. But I am planning to create some worksheets of my own that feel aligned and that I would love to share with you. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
If only I could find a way to put an angel on your shoulder, tell you true things every day.